Adolfo Foliaco. Thank you for the love in the super chat. I'm a fan of your show because you speak facts about the Dolphins, but are your emotions as a fan affecting the judgment of the team and coaching staff like you did last season when you called them a fraud? Well, they were frauds last year, right? They proved to be frauds last year, and Mike McDaniel's proving to be fraudulent again as a coach. So I started questioning Mike McDaniel last year, right? As a game day coach, I don't think I'm wrong there. Maybe I might be wrong with the front office because some of these things are now exploding on them. So that you can blame me for that if you want to blame me for that. I still believe Tua can play, but durability, I can never argue with that. That's always been his problem. You know what I mean? And durability is even worse when Tua Tagovailoa makes terrible decisions. When he plays stupid football like he did the other night, that isn't going to help any of us. You know, that's why I said when we opened the show, I said, you know, you feel for Tua and his family because everything they're going to. And you also, you know, are mad at Tua's decision-making too, because this is one of the reasons why we're in this whole pickle, as they say, because Tua makes bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? He can play the game, but he's got to stay away from the stupid decisions. By the way, Adolfo, I'm glad you mentioned it. This is good. This is good. This is fantastic. So you say my emotions, which is true. Sometimes it could get the best of me. I'm okay. But are the emotions getting the best of Tua Tagovailoa? There you go. This will be one that Sean will be putting up. Are the emotions getting the best of Tua Tagovailoa is the question you got to ask yourself. And I'll give you the answer. Hell's to the yes. The emotions that he has in him, he needs to learn how to control them. What is that word we love using on this show? Compartmentalizing, right? Tua's got to compartmentalize his emotions. I'm not Hulk the hero. I'm not Captain America. I can't run through a wall. I can't outrun him. I can't tackle him. I can't be tackled. I've got to learn to take a sack. I've got to learn how to throw it away the right way. But his emotions say, oh, I can still throw it out of bounds when I'm completely off balance and I've got no leverage whatsoever, and I don't really have a powerful arm. So that gives me all the mathematical equations in my head that says duck, stay with the ball on the floor, and get tapped. Instead, hero, defenders in front of me. No, I'm going to go through him. Emotions get the best of him because he thinks all of a sudden I'm a football player. No, you're not. You're just a passer, just like Marino, just like Manning, just like Brady. You're just a passer, bro. That's all you are. Don't let the emotions get the best of you, thinking that you're some kind of Usain Bolt, that you are some kind of Nigerian nightmare. Because all you're doing is creating nightmares for your family, for your coaches, for your front office, for your fans, for your teammates. So the emotions, I'm glad you mentioned that, Adolfo, because the emotions of Tua Tagovailoa continue to get the best of him. The emotions cloud his judgment. The emotions cloud his intelligence. It makes him a stupid player on the field. A young man who is bright, who is definitely intelligent, who is thoughtful, who is selfless, but to a default. And he's got to learn to be selfish. He's got to learn to be controlling of his emotions. He's got to learn that he's got a shit ton of limitations. Marino knew he couldn't move. Then he blew out an Achilles, could move less. But he still found a way to get it done within those parameters. He has parameters, and he refuses to play in those parameters. It wasn't, Brady had no problem playing in those parameters. Won titles and went to the Hall of Fame. Marino, parameters, Hall of Fame. Peyton Manning, parameters. He knew what he could not do, and he had no problem with it. I don't understand what the hell is going on with Tua Tagovailoa. Please, somebody play this segment for him. Because obviously, nobody sits down and looks at him in the eye and says, dude, this is not who you are. And guess what? You'll never be that guy. This is who you are. Last year, Josh Allen under Ken Dorsey and Lamar Jackson under, I forgot the name of the guy from last year, they did something really stupid. They said, hey, we're going to keep you in the pocket and make you a pocket passer. That's not who you are. In comes Joe Brady. In comes, oh, God, now I'm forgetting also the new guy, too, on top of all of that for Lamar. And they dropped that shit. No, let's get back to running. Because that's who you are. If you sit there in the pocket, your team will go nowhere. Because that's not who you are. You can't pass from the pocket consistently. Because that's not who you are. So Tua Tagovailoa has to stay within his parameters and not allow his emotions to get the best of him. And all of a sudden, he starts to think that I can put on a cape. And guess what, my brother? You got a fucking napkin, not a cape. We clear? You got a napkin. That ain't going to make you sore. You're not running like the wind. You're not running like Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, or Josh Allen. You run like an old man that is 50 years old. So stay back there, just like Tom Brady, just like all the other guys that played within parameters. But I don't know, man. The problem is now we have learned we can't trust Tua. We can't trust him because he fails to make good decisions and puts himself in constant risk. And he doesn't get it. And he refuses to get it. He refuses to understand it. It's a level of ignorance that is baffling to me. You would figure by now with the hip injury, he would have already understood, bro, I don't need any kind of contact. The second I see somebody, I'm folding El Tento. And he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. And there's no shame in that, dude. I just mentioned the greats who couldn't move. And we didn't judge them for any of that shit. But all of a sudden, we have to judge. No, dude, passers don't need to be judged that way. Bro, pass. And that's all you need to do. And when you can't, fold it, bro. Take care of yourself. Live for the next play. Live for the next series. If your line ain't blocking, you ain't going to make up for it, dude. So when the left side blows up and it's coming at you, you don't try off balance to save your ass. You know how you save your ass? You get into it like a turtle shell. And that's it, dude. But he doesn't get it. So Adolfo, the emotions. Emotions are getting the best of Tua Tagovailoa.